an express train. So express train takes 1 hour less than the passenger train. The difference in time is given. Express train and passenger train. The difference in time to cover a distance is 1 hour. To travel 132 kilometers between Mysore and Bangalore. So the distance is 132 kilometers. They are going at the different speeds, and the different speeds if they are going means the time taken must be different. So if the difference between their time is given, it is 1 hour less. So that means express train goes faster, therefore it is taking 1 hour less. Passenger train going slowly, therefore it may be taking 1 hour more. If the average speed of the express train is 11 km per hour more than the passenger train, express train speed is 11 km per hour more. This relation you should know. The express train goes 11 km per hour more than the passenger train, whatever it goes. So we do not know what is the speed of the train, passenger train. So now we have to, passenger train or also express train, we have to find out the speed of the trains, both the trains. For that, let us take this passenger train speed as x km per hour. So let us write, let the speed of passenger train is equal to x km per hour. So let us take that as x km per hour. Then the speed of express train. The speed of express train becomes, they have given the relation between these two speeds, you see. Express train takes 11 km per hour more than that of passenger train. So tell me what is the speed of the express train now? What will be the speed of express train? Passenger train taking x km per hour. Express train takes 11 km per hour more. Then the speed of the express train should be x plus 11 km per hour. X plus 11. And the distance covered by both the trains is same. It is given 132 kilometers between Mysore and Bangalore. The distance between them is 132 kilometers. So the distance, total distance covered is equal to distance covered by both the distance covered by both the trains, 132 kilometers. Now let us find out the time taken by the passenger train. So therefore, time taken by passenger train is equal to, you know the formula, distance divided by speed. So distance 132 kilometer and its speed is x. So time taken, it is in hours. So this is the time taken by the passenger train. Similarly, let us find out the time taken by express train. Tell me what is the time taken by the express train? Same distance. Distance 132 kilometer and the speed is x plus 11. So same distance 132 divided by x plus 11. This is the time taken by the express train and passenger train. And in the question itself they have given express train takes 1 hour less than the passenger train. So the time taken by the express train is 1 hour less. This is 1 hour less than this one. That means if you subtract this one from the first one, so 132 by x minus 132 divided by x plus 11 should be equal to 1, because the difference is 1 hour. This is the time taken by the passenger train, it is more. This is the time taken by the express train, it is 1 hour less. So therefore the difference should be equal to 1. So this equation, now the entire equation you multiply by x into x plus 11. So let us multiply by x into x plus 11, x into x plus 11. The complete equation we will multiply by x into x. So now 132 by x into this one 132 by x, 132 by x into this one means x and x cancels, you will get x plus 11. Then minus 132 divided by x plus 11. 132 divided by x plus 11 into this one means 132 x plus 11 cancels, you will get only x here. Then in the right hand side we have 1 into this one. So that is x into x plus 11. So let us simplify this one. Multiply this inside the bracket. So 132 into x, 132x. Then 11 into 132. 11 to 22, 2, 33 plus 2, 35, 3. 11 ones are 11 plus 3, 14, 1452. Minus 132x is equal to x into x, x square plus 11x, x into 11. Look at this, the left hand side here, 132 and 132 you can cancel. Now you transfer this number to right side. So then equation becomes x square plus 11x, right side, minus 1452 is equal to 0. You can follow the factorization method or splitting them into term, whatever you want you can do. Find out all possible factors. 1452. Find out the factors. So what are all the possible factors of this one? You can see now. What are the possible factors you see? 11 into 3, 33. I think this 4 into 11, 44. 44 minus 33 gives you 11. 44 and 33. We want plus 44, plus 11, therefore put positive sign to 44 and negative sign to 33. So you can write like this. X square plus 44x, then minus 33x, 44 minus 33, 11 only, 44 into 33, 1452 only. So therefore, so you can write as 44x minus 33x, 11x. Last term minus 1452 as it is. Okay. Now you prove this one, take x common. Once you take x common here, x remains. Then 44. You are taking only x common. From here you take minus 33 common. Minus 33 you take common, here x. Then minus you are taking, it becomes plus 33 into 44 only. So 44. So is equal to 0. So you are getting x plus 44 and x minus 33 is equal to 0. So equate both of them into 0. So x plus 44 is equal to 0. So x will be equal to minus 44. Next one, x minus 33 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 33. So now which one you have to reject and which one you have to accept here? Since x is, so reject this one. Reject this one because speed cannot be negative. Cannot be negative. Therefore, you have to reject this negative value. Therefore, speed of x, what is that? It is a passenger train. Passenger train. Speed of passenger train is equal to 33 km per hour. Similarly, let us find out the speed of express train. So, speed of express train. Speed of express train is equal to x plus 11. That is 33 plus 11. So 44 km per hour. So we found out the speed of express train is 44 km per hour. The speed of passenger train 33 km per hour. This question is like this. Sum of the areas of two squares. So you can take two squares like this. One square, another square like this. So two squares. Area of this square and the area of this square together, both area is 468 meter square. The areas of this one and area of the second square, both 468 meter square. its perimeter will become 4x. Okay, 4x. If I take this as y, its perimeter will become 4y. 4x minus 4y will be equal to 24. Okay. If I take this side as x and this side as y, so the area is x square, this is y square. X square plus y square is equal to 468. If I take the perimeter here, perimeter's difference is given, that is 24. Area, sum of the area given 468, difference in their perimeters is given 24 meter. So use these two relations and find the quadratic equation using this one. So let us take, let the length of sides of two squares be x and y. So we are taking two variables here. Let us kindly we will take x and y. So later we reduce to single variable. The lengths of the sides of two squares are taken as x and y, just like here. X is the side of this square and y is the side of the another square. So I have taken that a. So now another important one, the sum of the areas is given 468. So what is the area of the first square now? Side length, you know, x is the side. What is the area of that square? What is the equation you are going to get from this? The area of the first square is x square. What is the area of the second square? Y square. And it is given, what is the sum of these two areas? 468. So you call this as equation number 1. And another equation, perimeters. The difference in their perimeters is given. Perimeter of the first one and the perimeter of the second. What is the perimeter of the first square? What is the perimeter of the first square? 4x. So on 4x minus, difference means 4x minus 4y is equal to 24. So this is, you take it as, and here condition is x is greater than y. In such case only you can do like this. Okay. If I take y is greater, then it will become 4y minus x, 4y minus 4x. So this is difference in perimeters. Okay. Difference in perimeters. Difference in perimeters given. Therefore, this is sum of areas. So the sum of areas given and the difference in perimeters given. So using this we got two equations. Now the second equation you can solve, little bit simplify this one. Divide by 4. Divide this equation, second equation by 4. What happens? It becomes x minus y is equal to 6. Or transfer y to the right side. X is equal to 6 plus y. 6 plus y. Now substitute this in equation 1. Substitute this in equation 1. X is equal to 6 plus y. You substitute in equation 1. So what happens? Let us see. X square plus y square is equal to 468. I will write once again. X square plus y square is equal to 468. And we got the value of x 6 plus y. Substitute here. 6 plus y whole square plus y square is equal to 468. Now it is reduced to a single variable, equation with single variable. So let us convert this into standard form. So what happens? A plus b whole square. A square means 6 square, that is 36. 2ab, 2 into 6 into y. 12y plus b square means y square. Then the another term is there with y square, that you write as it is equal to 468. So let us simplify this one. So what happens? This will become 36 plus 12y plus 2y square is equal to 468. Now keep it in the standard form. I will write 2y square first, then 12y, then 36. Transfer to the left side, minus 468 is equal to 0. 2y square plus 12y. Subtract this one, 468 minus 468 plus 36. So 8 minus 6, 2, 6 minus 3, 3 and 4. 432 is equal to 0. Again this is divisible by 2. Look at this, divisible by 2, divide by 2. This will become y square plus 6y minus 2 2s are 2 1s are 2 6 are 216. So this is the standard equation you got. So solving this, let us find out the value of y. Y square plus 6y minus 216. Y square plus 6y minus 216 is equal to 0. So let us follow the factorization method. 216. Factorize the 216 now. 2 1s are 0, 2 8s are, 2 5s are, 2 4s are, again 2 2s are, 2 7s are, 3 9s are, 3 3s are. Find out all possible factors so that you should get sum or difference as 6. Okay.
So 18 into 12.
18 into 12. Okay. 18 into 12. 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 18. Then this remaining. So 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 18. 18 into 12. So difference is 6. Okay, that means you have to put plus sign here, minus here. Multiply, you will get 216. Okay, right. Y square plus 6y. Instead of 6y, you write 18y. Then minus 12y minus 216 is equal to 0. From these two, you take y common. If you take y common, y plus 18. From these two, you take minus 12 common. So what remains here? Only 5. Then minus changes to plus. Divide this one 12. 12 means, you know, here itself 18. Because 12 into 18 it is 216 is equal to 0. So you got y plus 18, y plus 18. You take common y plus 18. And remaining thing is y minus 12 is equal to 0. So let me remove this. So now product of these two numbers is equal to 0 means y plus 18 is equal to 0 or y minus 12 is equal to 0. So y is equal to minus 18 or y is equal to 12. Again you tell me which one you have to reject. Negative, can you accept negative value here? Because it is the length of the side, it should not be negative. Reject this one. Reject the negative value. Because side cannot be negative. So therefore y is the length of the side of a smaller square. Length of the side of a smaller square. We have taken y, look at this. Length of the sides of the two squares. This is the side. So we have taken this. Okay. So come to this, y is equal to 12. We can accept that as y is equal to. So therefore, y is equal to 12 means, tell me what you can find out, how to find the x value. X value. How to find the x value? You can see here.
6 plus y.
X value, we have found out here, x is equal to 6 plus y. X is equal to 6 plus y. Therefore, let us go to this and substitute here. So therefore, x is equal to 6 plus 12. So okay, r 6 plus y you write first. 6 plus y. So therefore, x is equal to 6 plus 12. So x is equal to 18. So what is the unit here? What is the unit? What is the unit? Meter. Area given in meters, so therefore it is meter. So the lengths of the two squares, 18 meter and 12 meter. So that is the solution. Find the sides of the two squares. So therefore sides of the two squares. Sides of the two squares is 18 meter and 12 meter respectively. 18 meter and 12 meter. This is the solution.